Hey, beautiful people, welcome to episode 181 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about protecting yourself from discrimination, especially when you guys are applying for credit. So, there are some things that you guys definitely have to do, and I want to kind of go over those now. And I want you guys to check out my blog because I haven't written it out to make sure that I'm not missing anything. It's more detail if you guys need more detail. And you can also schedule a call with me on my website, Rickita.com, and I'll be happy to help you guys. But you guys, first, to make sure you're not getting like credit discrimination, make sure you guys know your rights. If you don't even know your rights, then how are you going to be able to know what you're fighting for? So make sure you guys know that you got the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA, and this is making sure that our information is accurate, it's confidential, meaning that everybody's not just getting our credit reports, and it has permissible purpose. So we letting them know that, hey, these people can't get it. They actually was able to get our credit reports. And then we have the Equal Credit Opportunity Act too, the ECOA. So this is going to prohibit discrimination, okay? And make sure you guys just, if you see anything, just say something. Like if you feel like you've been discriminated against through this whole process of whatever you're trying to apply for, just say something or do something and figure out what's your next step. Now, make sure you guys review your credit reports because maybe you just don't have good credit. Sometimes we have to just understand that, like, I don't know, I want to just say it's not a race thing, but maybe we just don't have good credit. Maybe you have to fix certain things. Be honest with yourself. If that's what it is, you need to fix something, then go ahead and fix it. But if it's not that, then make sure you guys just continue to go forward and just know like the different red flags that could be happening. So some of the different red flags is just making sure that maybe if they start asking about your race or your religion, then you know that's really just a red flag that you will have to just say, okay, why do you need this? Like, you shouldn't have to ask about race or my religion, because they ask those different things and it could be something that they're trying to discriminate you on if you do feel like it's discrimination there. And then make sure you document these different things. Maybe you want to keep a journal saying the different things that happen. And if you have further problems, think about filing a complaint. With the CFPB and the FTC and any state, local agencies that you guys have. And you can also seek legal advice. Reach out to an attorney. Maybe they can help you with this also. And educate yourself on like the different credit policies that are out there. Because if you know what their policies are, then you will already know what it is, like what's the policies and when it come down to lending, so educate yourself on those policies. And this is the biggest one. This is literally on my school right now, you guys. If they can't do it, you be the one to do it. Okay, if somebody can't do it, you have a problem, you be the one to do it. Okay, so advocate for yourself. If no one else can help you, then you advocate for yourself and build a strong credit profile. Because guess what, if they can't take you at whatever you go through at one company, one credit union, one bank, you can go to another company. Always remember that you can go to another company, especially when your credit is right. If you got your stuff together, you can go somewhere else. Always remember that. So make sure you build a strong credit profile. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to schedule on my website. Again, Rickita.com. Let's look at some like the different things that I do have on the website and what some nice things that I want you guys to check out. Hey, welcome to episode 182 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about the different credit discrimination laws that you need to know. Now, a lot of these I don't know. I had to learn about this, and that's how I was able to even put this together. But I created a full blog that actually go over all of these. For all the episodes, there's a blog. So definitely make sure you guys go over these different things and understand that we do have things out there. We just have to really search and find what rights we have and what different laws are out there. So the first one I want to talk about is Equal Credit Opportunity Act. This, you guys, is going to make sure that we have access to equal credits. Everybody else, it's not going to be based off of like race, your color, religion, your national origin, your sex, your marital status, your age, or because you receive public assistance, because that can be a thing too. But definitely make sure you guys look into that if you feel like you've been discriminated because of those different things. Also, we have our Fair Credit Reporting Act, which is the one that I love the most, to make sure that our credit is going to be protected. It's also things to make sure that it's 100% accurate, it's 100% complete. So definitely, I love the FCRA. That is my favorite. The Fair Housing Act, you guys. we had so much stuff going on back in the day with redlining. So definitely we have to think about the Fair Housing Act is with race, color, religion, national origin, sex, disability, or your family status. Okay, so this something that you guys definitely have to look into. Home Mortgage Disclosure Act. This is something I had to learn when I got a mortgage. This is basically saying that you are supposed to get your disclosure. I know in certain states, I don't know honestly, when it come down to business or personal, but I know when I got my loans, I had to be disclosed to them 3 days before I closed on them. That's something so that you can know all the fees, everything you get yourself into. You got 3 days to really think about it. Like, are you sure? You know, they don't even do that. Well, they do that with more marriages, but not everywhere. Like, you can go right into a marriage. I know in the state that I was in, I think they give you like a week to think about it or something. But definitely that is there because you guys are supposed to get the disclosure about your rates, your fees. Next is the Dodd-Frank. So this right here, you guys, this was for consumers, and it's going to be certain provisions for credit and lending practices. So definitely get more information about this. So and it's on my website. Let me move this out the way, Rickita.com. So definitely look on there and you can see the blog, and I should have it below in the description. And then to the Credit Repair Organization Act, you know, you guys have certain things where we're supposed to tell you, we're supposed to send you out a contract. So definitely you're supposed to get your contract to know exactly what we're supposed to do, what you're supposed to do. Definitely, again, this is in my blog. You can look on my website. And then also you might have some state level fair lending laws. I realized this. So when I did a lawsuit, they had federal and they had state. And I had to understand that I should just go with the state if I'm suing in state court. But you want to look at those different laws, okay, for the federal and the state. And if you guys have any questions, you can definitely call me. This is something where you really need a lawyer to go over your different things. You can literally do a Google search on what's your situation. Also, but I'll be happy to, you know, maybe tell you, hey, look into this, look into that. I'll be happy to help you guide to, you know, who you should probably talk to help you with this matter. But definitely on my website, Rickita.com, schedule a call. I'll be happy to help. Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to episode 183 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about what to do if a creditor denies you, reduces, or even cancels your credit. Now, I went through all these different things, and they canceled my credit or denied it or reduced it, and I knew exactly what it was. So I want to teach you guys how to know exactly what it is. So first off, you need to know exactly what it is. So the thing is, to know exactly what it is, you guys have to literally ask them. Like, let me give you an example. If they're denying you for something, like they're giving you a denial, they should actually give you a denial letter. You should get that denial letter in the mail, usually in the 5 to 7 business days. They say, hey, we're gonna send you a letter out. We denied you. They'll let you know in the mail. Sometimes they'll send you an email saying, hey, we have a protected notice for you, and then you can put your information in there that they may request, and they'll tell you exactly why. That is your letter right there. Instead of them mailing it, they have it electronically for you. Now, if they reduce your credit, usually they'll tell you why they reduced the credit. Sometimes I don't remember receiving a notice for like reductions, but I have received reductions for sure. When it came down to reductions, I just seen that it was reduced. I never got a reason why, but you do need to call and understand the reason. I knew personally that they did not like that I held balances on all my credit cards. They thought that something financially is going on, so they wanted to stop it. Like, they was like, oh no, we're not gonna make it so that she can actually not pay this. Not that I wasn't paying everything, but I had balances on everything. They don't like the high utilization. When you guys have high utilization, they want to actually start lowering your limits because they're starting to think, okay, you've been holding this balance for 9 months, just paying interest on it. That's like not normal. Are you having problems? And when you pay a big amount on it too, I realized, like, not only just holding the balance, let me not say that. You can hold a balance, that's fine. If you hold the balance, they could technically drop your limit, but they're not. But when they actually drop my limit, they drop my limit when I actually paid it off finally. Like, say if I held a balance for 6 months and I finally pay it off and I get one lump sum payment, that's when they want to drop your credit score. So be careful. If I'm going to pay off anything, I'm going to give them a payment at a time and I'm going to break it up. I'm not going to just give them lump sums anymore, because I find out when I do lump sums with certain companies, like Synchrony, Chase, two companies that did that to me, it's just a problem that I don't like. So definitely make sure you guys keep that in mind for the reductions, and cancel your credit. Usually don't cancel your credit anyway. When my situation, when I didn't pay on them, duh, like we're gonna charge it off. We're gonna give you a collection. So, but the cancel your credit, they can cancel it for other reasons, and they should let you know in the mail why they're gonna cancel it. But just if you had this problem, just review your credit report, see what's wrong. Like I said, I already knew I had utilization problems. If they canceled it, I already knew that they canceled it because I didn't pay it. Like, that's what it is. But review your credit reports and see what you can fix. And maybe you can see, oh my gosh, I got new collections. They didn't like that. I got new charge offs. I'm not paying my other ones. They don't like these different things, and fix it. So improve your credit profiles. Make sure you guys have at least 4 credit cards. You have everything on auto pay. You're paying it on time. You're not having any problems with that, because I've been fighting with this fly all the time. This whole time we're trying to record all these series of videos. So please, let's ignore this fly, just in case it's your first episode watching it. I recorded like 9 videos this whole time, and it's like this fly. It's just one day I'm recording and I'm like fighting it. So let's ignore it. I'm trying to ignore it too. But just basically improve your credit reports and your credit profile. Make sure you have 4 credit cards and 2 installment accounts. Okay, and make sure you pay on time, put everything on auto pay, and then communicate with them. Ask them, hey, why did you do that? Is there any way I can fix this? Can I get a higher limit? Can you increase it from this? Maybe you could drop it less than this. Talk to them and see exactly what's going on, and consider other credit options. I like this option too, because some credit cards, you guys, are just not going to do what you need them to do, and you need to move on to other credit cards. I just know that for sure, because I was stuck on certain credit cards, like, oh, I want this credit card, I want that credit card, and it's like, no. I'm just gonna get a credit card that's gonna give me what I thought you was gonna give me. I can get it somewhere else. Like, that's how I look at it. And I have done it multiple times. Like, still, I don't have some credit cards I went in the past, and I don't even care anymore, because I have other credit cards that replaced it. So if you find that they got a denied from this company, look on my website, Rickita.com. Look on there. I have a list that say pre-qualified without hard inquiry. Go down that list and see which credit card you want, because they'll let you know yes or no without a hard inquiry. So that is good. So definitely go there and check. And if you have any additional problems, make sure you guys seek professional help. I can possibly help you with this situation. I can see exactly what's going on, what you need to fix. So definitely schedule a call with me. It's on my website, Rickita.com. And just monitor your credit going forward. See if once you get the situation fixed, you move on to new credit cards. Make sure you keep monitoring, see where you at, what you need to fix, what you should possibly change, and address any financial issues that you're going to have in the future, if you have them right now, to make sure that if you having financial problems, you get the loans that you want, or you get with the financing that you need. Like, address it. Don't just say, you know what, I'm just going to just wait, or you know what, I'm not just going to get anything. Like, address it. If you need a loan for a specific reason, try to get it from another company, or maybe you should just get a credit card. Maybe the credit card will suffice instead of having to get that loan. And just pay the credit card off as soon as possible, and give yourself a set amount that you're going to pay on a credit card. Act like you're paying on the loan. But hopefully this video helped. Hey, welcome to episode 184 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about post-bankruptcy discrimination. Now, it's just a few things that I really want to talk to you guys about on this topic is that usually after you have filed bankruptcy, you're trying to think about what job you're going to be able to get after you file bankruptcy. I remember I put some applications in and they asked about bankruptcy, or I want to get certain licenses. So definitely, if you guys had a bankruptcy in the past and you think you're going to get discriminated against, look at the different laws that's in this area. And don't forget, when it comes out of bankruptcy, you can definitely remove the bankruptcy from your credit report, because sometimes you got to see where they're looking. I'm not saying you should just be trying to avoid these different things fully. I'm just saying that a lot of times these bankruptcies are inaccurate on our credit reports, and we have the right to remove them. So you could definitely see on your credit reports, the errors, work to remove these things and find out where they're looking to find the bankruptcy, or they could be looking on LexisNexis, they could be looking on your credit reports, and just work to remove it from there. And start building up your credit report as soon as possible. As soon as you file bankruptcy, I really think that you guys should start building up your credit report. As soon as you know that, okay, I'm going to do bankruptcy, you need to start getting ready for that ahead of time. Like, you shouldn't just file. Like, it's so many different things you can have in place before you actually file bankruptcy. But this is something that I think that you guys should possibly just do a lot of research on. If you feel like you're having discrimination, you can't get a job because you're bankruptcy or certain licenses, and you think that you should not be discriminated on, these different things. So definitely look into this. And if you're having credit discrimination, maybe you just need to understand that sometimes people try to get certain credit cards that you just can't get that credit card. You just filed bankruptcy. Maybe you need to get some secure credit cards that's going to help you build your credit back up. So definitely look into that. And if you guys have any questions, definitely let me know. Hey, beautiful people, welcome to episode 185 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about where you guys can report credit discrimination. If you guys feel like you've been discriminated against, you guys have multiple places where you can report it. I have a full blog about it, so you can read on each one of them, but I want to kind of go over each one of them so that you guys can look deeper into each one of them and see which one is best for you. So you guys can actually file discrimination complaints with the FTC. So if you guys have any discrimination, definitely look into the FTC. We use the FTC for different things when it comes down to just credit too. So it should be a familiar website. If anybody ever had fraud, it's the same website. So the Federal Trade Commission. So make sure you guys look into that. If you guys want to file discrimination complaints, I would suggest that one. I would also suggest the CFPB, especially when it comes down to credit. We also have HUD. You can do the Department of Housing and Urban Development. You can also make sure you guys do any complaints towards them. And then the EEOC, and this is for employment. Whatever state you're in, look into your state attorney general's office, and also any local consumer protection agencies out there. You guys may have some that can advocate for you. And I remember being in Wisconsin, we had something called like community advocates, and they advocated for certain things, and you can go there. I remember going there years ago. So definitely look into your local consumer protection agencies, and also the Better Business Bureau. You could do a lot there because a lot of companies could be listed on there. So definitely do the Better Business Bureau so that other people can see it and be aware of it too. And just look into any type of legal assistance, because maybe this may be a legal matter, but hopefully this is going to help. So if you guys have any problems, you'll be able to find the resources that's going to help you.